Good morning. Thank you, Sally. As Sally mentioned, for those of you who I haven't met yet, my name is Michael Hamby, and I'm the chairman of our finance committee here at First United Methodist Church. And today's a pretty big day in the Hamby household. We're excited because today my baby girl, my middle child, she's graduating from high school. So there's a lot of excitement in our house. We're going to go to the graduation at 2 o'clock this afternoon. There's a ton of activity around graduation. For those of you who have had graduating seniors, you'll know this. There's sports banquets and end-of-year banquets, and there's parties that they go to with friends. Just a lot of celebration. We had one of those celebrations here at church for the graduating seniors 2 weeks ago with our youth group. Great evening where parents came for those graduating seniors and met with other youth. The whole youth group was there, had a nice dinner. And then afterward, there was a very special ceremony where each graduating senior picked a mentor to wash their feet, much in the way that Christ washed the feet of his disciples. And my daughter picked my wife to be her mentor, and as Melinda was up there washing her feet, I was standing in the back taking pictures, and Melinda was speaking words of encouragement and blessing to her. And you could just see that emotion between those two and that connection, and I just kind of lost it. I broke down. I tried to fight it, tried not to cry, tried to, just be very stoic, and then, ugly crying, tears flowing, and it was a mess. Morgan Wright came over and gave me a big embrace afterwards, probably because that guy really needs a hug. But what it was the presence of the Holy Spirit just coming down in that room. It was super powerful and impactful. And then afterwards, Patrick Thomas and I were talking about Brennan's and Emma Kate's senior boards, which were also displayed 2 weeks ago on Sunday morning, and how a lot of the pictures were the same. A lot of pictures from up here, from past Christmas plays and children's choirs and just activities throughout the church, Easter egg hunts, all sorts of things, where a lot of the pictures of the exact same events were on both boards. And all of those seniors had events from the church where they grew up here. The church was a part of their lives and a part of making them who they are. Growing disciples of Jesus Christ who know him, love him, and serve him for the transformation of Murfreesboro and the world. That's our mission. 2 weeks ago, on that night, I wish you witnessed our mission. There were 12 disciples of Jesus Christ getting their feet washed. There were 12 more disciples of Jesus Christ mentoring them. There was a whole room of disciples of Jesus Christ witnessing that event. And those seniors are going to go out into Murfreesboro and the world and transform it. I'm certain of that. The reason I speak about all this is these programs, this is a program of the youth group, a program of this church that's funded by our general budget, as are our choirs, our worship services, our Second Saturday service projects and ministries, all funded by our general budget. And that leads me to the mission moment, where I wanted to give you just a little bit of an update on where we are here today on that general budget. Drew spoke last week and mentioned that we're about $175,000 behind our general budget in our giving that's coming in. That represents about 20% off of where we should be to that budget year to date. Now, the staff at the church has done a great job in the past managing to that difference. We've been behind in COVID. It's been a tough couple of years. But they've done a great job managing to that amount. It's about the 10 or 15% range. But we had to dip a little bit into our rainy day fund I spoke about before these past couple of months. We noticed the year started off very strong. Through February, we had actually had more giving than last year. And then in March and April, the giving fell off to kind of put us in our current deficit. Definitely, we recognize probably there's a big impact to the current economic times and uncertainty out there. And that could be part of what could lead to an uncertainty in giving, and it's totally understandable. But I'm really excited about all the ministries that are going on at church. I'm also excited about where our trajectory is for the church. If you look at that trajectory, our attendance is growing. We are great givers. We have given to some great special causes. The mobile food ministry in December, the gift to the Journey Home. We raised $90,000 for mobile food ministry, $42,000 for Journey Home. These are great big one-time gifts, and they're spectacular. And they're going to make a huge impact in our community for homelessness and those with food insecurity. We are doing that work. We're doing a great job with that. More importantly, actually, probably God is doing that work through us, and that's super impactful. So I just wanted to remind you also what's super impactful are the daily budgets and daily activities that are funded through the church ministry moment. The church general offering. So the offering plate. If you think about that, that's all the activities that are a little bit, maybe they're less flashy, but daily they make a difference in our children's lives. They make a difference in our lives, and they make a difference in us inviting other people into that space to become disciples of Christ. So I want to just ask a few things of you to repeat Drew's request from last week. Please pray for God's provision. Ask Him to show you how you can help. And think of how you can respond. Me and Melinda made a decision a long time ago to be regular givers. If you haven't been a regular giver, consider that. If you are a regular giver and you've pledged for the 2022 budget, take a look at where you're at and how you're coming along with that pledge. We are growing the community of faith here at First Methodist so much. We're impacting the community of Murfreesboro. It's very exciting. So we just ask that you consider it during this time. It's not something we're super alarmed about, but we did want to share and be transparent with the church. And I thank you for all your support, and I'm really excited about the direction that we're going. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. It is